Uh, I'm going to speak for a moment about Caitlyn Jenner running for the governor of California. Um, as you guys know, her former self, she was an Olympic gold medalist, I think in swimming, and she transitioned, and her family has pretty much been okay with it. The Kardashians, yeah. I don't follow this stuff. To me, it's kind of like that TMZ trashy culture that I don't follow. I don't follow Western media. And this is an example of how things I don't follow become more important later on. I don't follow this stuff at all. I'm too busy looking at like Fukushima. They're getting ready to dump Fukushima water in the ocean and no one cares. They're gonna drop radioactive waste in the ocean. No big deal. And how Joe Biden and them talked about pulling troops out of Iraq back in 2014. And so now in 2021, I'm supposed to believe it's bullshit. And most Americans will. Most Americans will. Most Americans don't even remember that. That's done with, man. I understand Caitlyn Jenner is not really liked by any major groups, political groups. And someone brought it to my attention. Content creator on YouTube, was it Ronan? I remember his name. He brought it up and how, in some ways, she's actually kind of conservative. Let's understand something. This is important. This is important to understand when you talk about the nuances and the sheeted stuff of being a white person and a part of a marginalized group, but still being conservative. It's like Dave Rubin. I would have never followed Dave Rubin or not followed, but known who he was without Michael Brooks. And Michael Brooks has made fun of him and stuff like that. And I don't watch that stuff now because a part of me feels like even watching or doing content on these people is still giving them attention and they're not worth it. Dave Rubin hates himself. He's a comedian. He's a guy. He's gay, and he does these shows where he'll bring people on there, and it's how do you put it? I'm victimized being white. I'm victimized. I have to go sit in college with a bunch of liberals. I'm victimized. That's what his shows are like. And he had a segment when he was with Ben Shapiro. He was talking about he was gay and all that. And Ben Shapiro didn't accept him. And would you come to my wedding? And Ben Shapiro was like, no. And it just got me because you're a conservative. Okay, good. You believe in capitalism, all that. That's good. Great. That's fine. Whatever. But these people that you've had these discussions with and talked with and all this stuff, at the end of the day, they don't respect you. And I'm talking about on a level of your manhood. They don't respect you. Period. And seeing that it hit me. I mean, he has these shows. I think he said he met a guy like a skinhead. He's at the show. People started cheering, and he was like, "No, the guy's really not a skinhead." And people were still cheering. And he said he was like, "What have I created?" Yeah, this is what it is. This is the hidden world of white supremacy, hiding it and covering it up and trying to make it look cleaner. Like this is what they are. It's hate. Period. He does these shows making mockery of minorities and things like that when he's living in an apartment complex in Los Angeles with his husband, boyfriend, whatever, around people who literally don't care about him being gay. Like they literally don't care. They literally probably would be like, okay, that's fine, good. And his thing is to go and make fun of those people. That's sickness. And then go talk to people who don't respect him. Yeah, I mean, he's no threat to them, and he's not gonna get in the way of them and what they believe in. But they don't respect him, and they don't like him, and they use him. That's how it works. He's a token. Same thing with Caitlyn Jenner, whatever her name is. Um, it always goes back to this subject. Are you a privileged white man enjoying your privilege in society, or are you a gay man? That's what I've come to understand with these people. They're privileged. They know what side of the bread their bread is buttered. They understand it. They are not confused about that issue. You had some of the same thing with civil rights with black people. You had some of the same thing back then. Black people, shh, y'all calm down. Y'all be quiet, So what if they beating y'all's asses? So what if they make you ride on the back of the bus? So what? I'm making my money. I'm in the military. I'm in the defense industry. I'm making my money from the white man. Shh, y'all quiet down. I'm okay with the racism. I'm okay with the brutalization because I'm in a niche. It's the same thing with Caitlyn Jenner and what's his name? Same thing with those people. These people are privileged. I'm not even knocking their privilege, but I can identify it like that. And that's how and it's probably this is a good thing about conservatives. This is the good thing about the whole everything's the antichrist, everything's the devil, is that if right wingers had some sense and it wasn't all just this bigoted reactionary bullshit, they could actually use gay folks. They could actually use these marginalized groups to get power. Now they won't. It's important they won't. It's important it's important to understand that conservative politics is about cruelty. That's important. It's important to understand that their politics is about cruelty. It starts with it, ends with it. It is about the right to slur people and to discriminate against people. It is about the right to, I don't want to pay any taxes. It is about the right to strap an M16 on their back and walk into Walmart. This is the politics of bigoted reactionaries. What did Marjorie Greene say? She went out calling people transvestites. This is it. This there's nothing else there. This is it. This is a state representative, I believe, literally talking about. I think it was a fellow, I don't know if it's a government employee. Her daughter or something was transgender, and she literally comes out and makes mockery of it. This is the politics, and that wasn't a rumor or something she said in private. That's something she said in public. This is it. This is the politics of the vaccine is the mark of the beast. The vaccine is going to make you gay. It's a good thing that their politics is so regressive and so vicious in its nature. Because if it wasn't, they could use these people. They look at Milo. There are people out here who are non-binary, whatever, who in a heartbeat, if you threw some money their way, would be like, yeah, gay people do go too far. I think they do. I think they do go too far. I don't know. I don't even know if maybe it's a stunt, Caitlyn Jenner. Maybe that's a whole stunt. I don't know. We don't know. I mean, I don't even know where her standings are right now, or how much money she's put into the campaign. I don't even know. I don't care. It's just seeing things like this. It's a prepackaged tropism. These are rich white people who happen to be gay, non-binary, whatever, who have the money to make moves and not think about the consequences. See, when you don't have money, when you don't have power, you have no choice but to get in line behind a group. Because how else would you get stuff? How else would you get power? How else would you make moves? You won't. When you're a rich white person and you're not being targeted by the police and you're privileged and you've got money and you can just make moves like that, you can be something and it not dictate how you move. Does that make sense? It's like you see Ellen DeGeneres I say this often. Ellen DeGeneres with George Bush II, HW, at the Cowboys game. People were like, "That's weird. He's a born again Christian, and she's a out and out lesbian." And I'm like, that don't mean shit. Listen, it's a big club. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. That's for the bigoted reactionaries. Oh, the gay people. Oh, man, it's about money and power and privilege and networking and who you know and what you know. That's what Trump showed you. It's about who you know. That's why Trump was with Epstein and all them people. That picture sums up my whole video here. The picture of George Bush and Ellen DeGeneres sitting together talking at the game. Thanks for listening.